So we dunked on Tool Michael Trackey the other day, and he really is the lowest of the low scum. I have zero respect for him at this point. He is the complete loser, the worst loser, and the most annoying and just biggest loser on the planet, man. Honestly, I really have to say that. So he tweeted this out on Twitter. Apparently, he's like going through and he's like searching through people's tweets now to like try to catch them on stuff with this whole Russia thing. Michael Trackey is high on his own farts at this point, okay? He's literally high on his own fucking farts right now. So he tweeted a picture of Bernie Sanders where he sent a tweet saying, as someone who campaigned hard for Hillary Clinton from one end of this country to another, it is an outrage that she had to run against not only Donald Trump but also the Russian government. And Michael Trackey captioned that tweet by saying, this might be the most embarrassing thing he's ever said in his entire career. So what he's trying to do, again, this tweet, guys, is from February 21st, 2018. Do you have any idea how long ago that was? So what that means is this is from over a year ago now we're looking at, okay? He's literally searching through tweets of politicians now, like Bernie Sanders. He's trying to be a super tool, right? To be like, haha, gotcha. Okay, so let's see. Is this really embarrassing on Bernie Sanders' part? Let me read you that again. What did Bernie Sanders say? He said, as someone who campaigned hard for Hillary Clinton from one end of this country to another, he did, by the way, it is an outrage that she had to run against not only Donald Trump but also the Russian government. What is embarrassing about that tweet? Now, this is why I hate this Russia issue. There's never a middle ground. There's always, you're either part of the Michael Trackey world who's high on his own farts and sucks his own dick, or you're on the other side of like loonies who are like, Putin burps Trump at night during dinner time, and they have, Putin is, Trump is Putin's bitch and all this. Like, oh my God, man, both these sides are so annoying. So the Bill Barr memo tells us that the Mueller report, by the way, the Republicans are blocking us from seeing the Mueller report, which is pretty suspect if you ask me, you know what I'm saying? But the Bill Barr memo, the William Barr memo, says that the Mueller report has come to the conclusion that indeed it was the Russians who hacked the DNC, okay? That is a very big piece of information that, by the way, Michael Trackey himself has spent this entire time denying. He's written articles about this. He's talking about saying, oh, there's not really any evidence for this, blah, 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 blah. So, I told you I'm going to wait for the facts of the Mueller report. I have the facts of the Mueller report now. The Mueller report just came out. Actually, it hasn't because Republicans are blocking it. But from the Bill Barr memo, it says that he came to the conclusion that indeed the Russians hacked the DNC. And I'm going to take his word for it because it's the fucking Mueller report, okay? So what is embarrassing about that tweet? Yeah, it's not good that the Russians interfered and meddled in our election. Now, yes, we're hypocrites because we literally control governments. Okay, we go out of our way to literally, meddle in other countries. That's almost like the past sort of I don't know, give it like 80 years, something like that. That's all we've been doing, especially since like the 50s and onward. That's all we've been doing. Yes, that is true. But is it a good thing that the Russians hacked into the DNC, leaked all the emails, didn't do it to the GOP, or that they had a specific targeted campaign to try to have Hillary lose? That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing that the Russians meddled in the election and tried to. They had an vested interest in having Donald Trump as president, and that's what they went for. That's what they did. And that, to think that the email drop had no sort of effect on the election is pretty stupid in the first place. The argument you could make is, oh yeah, well, we should have seen it. But my problem is, if we are going to, it's still not cool that the Russians are meddling in our election to where they leaked those emails and not the GOP's because they have a specific, goal in mind that is very problematic to say the least. And so when you're going around tooling around, what's embarrassing about this tweet? Yeah, it's fucked up that the Russians meddled in our election. Why, as progressives and Bernie supporters, is it so hard to say that? This is why this issue has become completely toxic, and I hate both sides. It's not cool that the Russians hacked the email server. That is not a good thing. Is it cool that the Russians had a vested interest in the election and then therefore meddled in our election and then, did cyber warfare by hacking in and then leaking all the emails? No, that is not okay. That's not cool. That's not something we should be apologizing for, and stop fucking doing it. And so when you're high on your own farts and you've got, just being a total doofus, you, Mr. Trackey, are a complete tool and a very stupid goon. I'm still not sure if he's recovered from that assault, by Maxine Waters.